Not only is North Korea developing nuclear warheads and the ICBM missiles that could deliver those warheads to strike even the United States, we now learn from the Defense Department that Kim Jong-un may have the ability to deliver a hydrogen bomb within the next 6 to 18 months. Here to assess the North Korean provocations and the appropriate U.S. response, joining us tonight, retired four-star General Jack Keane, Fox News military analyst. General, great to have you here.
Good to be here, Lou.
I swear, the news just continues to worsen from all of our intelligence analysts and when it comes to North Korea. Now, suddenly, they have the ability to develop a hydrogen bomb within 6 to 18 months. First of all, that's a huge spread of time. But as early as 6 months, that's indeed troubling.
Yeah, it certainly is. And listen, gone are the days now that we would ever take lightly what North Korea says, because the truth is they have indeed delivered on the things they talk about. They've got medium-range ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles. They're developing intercontinental ballistic missiles, and they obviously have a capability there as well. So if they say they're about to build a hydrogen bomb, our intelligence services picked that up. Certainly that's likely the case, and so our viewers understand, certainly atomic weapons are alone devastating devices. A hydrogen bomb is just so many times more lethal, where it actually winds up killing millions of people versus tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands. And it's a little bit more challenging to put it on an ICBM because it's a heavier weapon, but we got to take it seriously what they're about, and of course I think it just strengthens our resolve to put on fast forward everything that we're going to do to North Korea short of war, and let's get on with it in terms of what the other countries are doing and ourselves with North Korea, what we intend to do with China, and get tough with China about a policy that means leveraging North Korea appropriately. 6
months away from a hydrogen bomb. With the threats getting nastier and more dramatic from Kim Jong-un, it seems, by the week. What is the time frame here for President Trump to act, as best we can assess?
Well, I think we're kind of out of time, you know, in terms of realistically probably 6 months to a year. And who wants to bet on that scenario? So I'm serious. We got to put this thing on fast forward. And let's stop talking about it, and let's start acting, and let's start trying to get some true results here. And we're going to have to be tough with the Chinese. They've been gaming us. Come on. We know they are. And the Chinese helped them get nuclear weapons. The ballistic missiles that they're developing, that we're watching, look very similar to Chinese ballistic missiles. So they're obviously using their technology. So the Chinese are helping the North Koreans with this capability. At a minimum, they're tolerating it. And if they're going to do anything here, we've got to get them moving in that direction now. Take the gloves off and start dealing with them.
I want to turn to a subset of the problem, it seems to me, is that with 17 intelligence agencies, spy agencies, we have a special counsel now, General, trying to find out whether or not the Russians hacked our elections in 2016. It just seems to me that our intelligence agencies apparently are woefully inadequate, because shouldn't they be telling us and our Congress whether somebody hacked our elections in 2016, and shouldn't they have already responded to that? And secondly, how is it we're only now learning about the prospect of the North Koreans having a hydrogen bomb in 6 months? What's going on here?
Well, we know that the Russians, you know, tried to interfere with our elections, because the intelligence agencies have said that publicly and said that in testimony. So there's absolutely no doubt about that. I think what's disturbing about our intelligence agencies is that other classified information just continues to be leaked to the media. The American people don't have a right to know everything. They have a right to know some things, to be sure, but they don't have the right to know everything. We've got to keep some of those secrets so we can leverage and take advantage of that information for the sake of our own national security. And it's appalling, some of the things that are happening here.
And again, to the issue of the Russians. Wouldn't you think 17 agencies would know whether or not the Trump folks had colluded with the Russians in 2016, and instead we have a special counsel trying to find that out? I mean, it's like everything is suddenly, and when it comes to intelligence, upside down. Secrets are being shared through leaks by nearly, seemingly every agency from every quarter.
Well, I think we've known that answer for some time. It's not been told to the American people, to be sure, but given all the unmasking that took place of Trump officials, there's hundreds of these, where you even have the UN ambassador, Samantha Powers, close to 200 unmaskings. She has no justification for something like that. Those answers are out there, and they're obvious. If there was collusion, it would be all over the media. The fact is, it's likely there's never been any, or we would have that answer by now.